Guess who's back again, again. Film junkies back again. Hi guys, what's happening? Oh my god, how long has it been since I've done my last podcast? I don't even know. I should have looked, but it's been like a month at least, right? Something like that. I don't know. I think it was right after Comic-Con that I did my last one, so I don't know. I don't think did I do one in August? Shows that I do research on my own shit? No, I don't. I don't do that, guys, because I'm lazy. What's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. Welcome to the Film Junket podcast. That's right. Thank you for, of course, clicking in and listening to me. And I believe I'm going to finally have like this uploaded where you can actually download and stuff like that. I'm finally gonna, crack open that wallet that I keep so tightly shut, and just fork over some monthly subscription charges to somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. I forgot. I used that one time, SoundCloud. I'm probably going to use that because I already have an account. I just don't have the premium. But I'm going to do that. It's only like, what, $10, $12 a month? Fuck it, right? Anyways, guys, football's back. How about that? That's right. All you football fans out there, enjoying. Yeah, there's two Monday Night Football games. That's weird. I mean, I know it's the beginning of the year, so that's what always happens. But, God damn, Adrian Peterson is pissed. And he's on my fantasy league. That's why. Okay, so a lot of people might ask, like, what's your team, Dave? I don't really have one. That's the thing. I just enjoy watching football. I mean, I'm a San Francisco Giants fan, so naturally I'd be like, let's go over to the 49ers. Obviously, just keep it in San Fran. But last year I was really digging the Colts because I think it was just because I had Andrew Luck as my quarterback on fantasy. So and it's just kind of like I guess I can't really do that because people just compare. Oh, you can't be you have to be a fan. You have to be like born in there or something. I don't know what the whole standard is. What qualifies having a team? I guess I just never had a team. So I just kind of I really don't have a team. I enjoy playing fantasy football, which is a lot of fun, and I won my first game pretty much. It's not over quite yet, but I mean, I'm playing my cousin right now, and he's underperformance big time. A lot going on here. It's kind of disappointing, but yeah. Anyway, so when it comes to football, I'm just like, you know what? I don't really have a team so much. I just kind of, I like just watching football, and that's what I did yesterday. I don't even know, like. Saturday night, I got my neighbor knocked on my door and said, "Hey man, come over, have a beer. I have some carne asada, some ribs. Come on." And I was like, "You don't tell me twice. You could have stopped that beer." Yeah. By the way, I'm drinking some Smirnoff vodka tonight. That's right, classy. Yeah. I switch it back and forth between that and the rum. I gotta watch the the waistline there, guys. Gotta keep that girly figure going. Anyways, So he knocked on my door and just said that, and I went, all right. And I was in the middle of editing a video, but I said, you know what? I don't feel like doing this right now. I'm going to go over there for about a half an hour, maybe an hour, and then I'll come back and finish. That didn't happen. And I knew it, too, when I was walking over. I'm like, it's not, it's probably not going to happen. And sure enough, it didn't. Because he's one of those that goes, you have to catch up. And so he throws a Patron bottle right in my face and says, take a big gulp. So what did I do? I took a big gulp, guys. Yeah. Luckily Patron goes down pretty smooth. So, if it was normal tequila, just like regular, like Jose Cuervo or something, eek, I probably would have been, And then he just throws a piece of meat without even a plate or nothing. He just gives me a piece of meat. Some of the best carne asada I've ever had, by the way. And then, of course, he shows me a slab of ribs that he made, and he cuts a piece off and just throws it at me. No plate, no nothing. It was just funny. He's a funny dude. He's a lovable douchebag. That's what I say, because he's an asshole, but he's so fucking funny that that you can't hate him for it. By the way, this commercial that's been playing throughout the football games with the pregnant lady going to turn the TV on or change the channel is disturbing. Yeah, she turns on the TV. What is going on with this commercial? It's weird because she goes as she's walking over. She moves the chair, stands on the chair, turns the TV on, and the whole time she's going because she's in labor. Yeah, that's one way to just appeal to the football audience. You idiots. That's one way to do it. I don't know. Maybe people are loving it. That's why they keep playing it. It's just very strange. Anyways, so I went over there and I got pretty trashed. So I did not edit that video. I came back home. He actually wanted to go to a bar. And I was like, nope. I'm done. And basically I just passed out. And I was a little hungover yesterday. And I was like, you know what? Football, I'm just going to sit and watch football and just relax. And that's what I did yesterday. And it was actually quite awesome. I just enjoy watching it. I don't really exactly have a team. I guess root for the Niners, but Jesus Christ, look what's been happening with that in the past few years. They've just been effing up badly. Anyways, guys, appreciate you watching. I just posted a video right now that I'm going to sadly have to do a follow-up video, which I'll probably just do a vloggy video. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight or just tomorrow, because it had to do with Deathstroke. And, Mark Guggenheim talking about certain things that's happening with Deathstroke on the Arrowverse. Yeah. Not even any punctuation. And, I have a buddy of mine, an internet buddy, who works on a certain site that just kind of sent me over the full quote that was left out of many sites, And sometimes, in the site I went to, I really don't like to call out sites too much, especially, the ones that I actually like. Only had part of the quote. It pretty much ended. And I'm like, you know what? Let me double check and make sure. Maybe I messed up, guys. Film Junkie can mess up, too. Don't think I don't mess up. What in the F? Okay, hold on a sec. Batman. Not Batman. Yeah, what in the shit? I've been going to Batman on Film too much. Looking at their stupid shit. God, those guys. Those Collider, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, see, it was Collider, Heroic Hollywood. They all just kind of left some things out. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, Mark. Okay, so yeah, maybe it was partly probably my fault because I didn't look at the full on. Well, no, see, Collider didn't even have that either. And I said, like I said, I wasn't calling out sites, but a lot of sites just had a basic thing where it was just talking about goes in, I don't know. It's weird. I guess I should have just did more research on it, but luckily I didn't get in panic mode like a lot of people were doing. It was just like, he's talking about, oh yeah, Deathstroke's here now, so that means plans have changed because, the same thing happened with Harley Quinn. They teased Harley Quinn, and then they said, no, we're not going to do that because we got Suicide Squad coming out. So they totally omitted Harley Quinn from the from Arrow's Suicide Squad. And so that does kind of make sense if that's the case. But at the same time, I went, well, personally, I think, and the other side of it is more of hey, and I was discussing this with a friend, and I'm like, yeah, this does make sense, is that Deathstroke was just an audience favorite when it came to Arrow. That second season with Deathstroke was great. It was absolutely great. Was it the second season? I don't even know. There's so many seasons of everything, but I'm pretty sure it was the second season. But so I think they just did it for that. And it's sounding to me like Guggenheim went to DC and said, hey, I really want to have Deathstroke. Can I please have it back? I haven't read the entire quote because there's a lot of shit there. But I'll do a follow-up video probably tomorrow. Maybe I'll do one of my, risking other lives while I drive vlog kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Or I'll make you dizzy with one of my vlogs. Who knows? But there was more to it. And, of course, sites are making it sound like, that Joe Manganiello is definitely freaking out. Definitely freaking out. They're, of course they're doing that because that makes it keeps the narrative of, oh my God, what's going on with Matt Reeves Batman? I just don't know. Oh God, it's so crazy. Shut up. This is like nonstop. So yeah, I'll do a follow-up video because yeah, apparently there's more to it. But at the same time, I'm going on. It makes more sense to me that they just needed him. They just needed Deathstroke to come back because they cast his son, as part of the story, which is, that's good. Why not? Bring that in. Arrow's ratings have been kind of iffy since, but But anyways, guys, anyways, with all that, so basically, past few weeks have been pretty crazy. You know, I went to Oregon, for about 5 days, which was a lot of fun. Me and a buddy of mine visited another buddy of ours, who moved up there last year. Him and his girl moved up there, and we just chilled, and that's pretty much it. Weed is very much illegal up there, so I was pretty much high the entire time. Holy crap! It's just like you just walk in. It's like purchasing a bottle of liquor. You can just walk in, as long as you have your ID, you're good. In California, you still got to get a card, so it's not as easy until next year. So, I was on vacation. I was like, frick it. Let's drink. Let's smoke. Let's eat. Oh, you don't know how much food I ate. Oh, I had the munchies like a motherfucker. We went to this one marketplace in Portland. Portland, so beautiful, by the way. Oregon, Portland, it's all beautiful compared to California. Jeez. Where I live, when you look on the horizon, you see nothing but dead. You see dead, you see haze, you see smog. There's good days, and there's mountains. I get that, and it's beautiful sometimes, yes. But a lot of the time, especially during the summer, you're driving down the freeway, you just see haze, and you see dead. You see dead hills. Just dead. That's all you see, guys. So, flying up to Oregon, and you're on a freeway, and you're looking down the horizon, you see trees, and you see everything sunk in, and it's all clean, and the air smells great. It's actually quite beautiful. So we went to Portland, and basically just, we just eating. Man, we went to this marketplace. I ate a hot dog with macaroni and cheese on it, a big slice of pizza, some French fries, and I think something else, and I had like 2 beers. I was a big fatty. I didn't care. Did not care. We ate a lot of food, and then, of course, we visited some locations, and then we were in the total eclipse area. I forgot Totalitarium. I can never say the name right. What they talk about when you get like the total eclipse. But we were right there. We went to this one spot where a lot of people showed up, and I was that asshole that was kind of making fun of the whole thing because I was going like, really, this is just a solar eclipse, big fucking deal. Why I don't. Yeah, it happens. You see it. I remember seeing it through like the little whatchamacallits. You get those special sunglasses, or you get the fake ones or whatever the heck. And I didn't think it was gonna be. I'm like, really? There were people from other countries. I was hearing different languages at this spot, and I'm going, what is wrong with you people? This is dumb. But as soon as it happened, guys, it was amazing. I stand corrected. It was amazing because I try to post a picture on my Instagram. I post pictures. But the pictures don't do it justice. It was total. It was a perfect glowing, fluttering ring in the sky that you could see without the glasses. I know our dummy president decided to look up at the frickin' sun. Who knows why? Come on, Ivanka, tell your boy what's going on. Don't look at the sun. Something his mommy should have told him. But you could see it without it, and everybody lit up, and it was just amazing. And it was amazing, like, as the eclipse was happening, it kept getting darker and darker until like to the point where you take your sunglasses off and you felt like you still had your sunglasses on. I didn't think it was going to be that crazy, but as soon as it went total eclipse for about 2 minutes, it was nuts. It was dark. There was like this glow all around. I took a shot of the opposite direction, and it looked like a beautiful sunset. It was crazy, and it had dropped like 15 degrees. It started getting chilly where we were. It was eerie and awesome at the same time, and I swear to God, I heard a weird noise. It almost sounded like the moon was the Death Star, and it was moving. And as soon as the sun popped through again, the noise went away. It was really weird. It was really very strange. I don't know. I thought I was just, I'm like, fucking too much. No, maybe. It was strange, and I thought it was, maybe I was the only one that heard that. But then my buddy goes, hey, I heard that too. And I'm going, okay, something weird. Could have been a jet in the area for all we know. I don't know. It was weird, guys, but it was a lot of fun. And then, just trying to get back and get into the swing of things. I feel like I'm still trying to get in the swing of things. Because then there was Labor Day, like a couple weeks later, and I don't know. I had a busy weekend with that. I was going all over the place. It's just been nuts, guys. I don't know. But let's talk about some other stuff that's been happening. Let me just go through. Oh yeah, let's talk about this first, okay? Because I was supposed to do a response video over the weekend, and I totally forgot. I was going to do it yesterday, but like I said, I was hungover and just being lazy. But John Campea, our favorite, that guy, and his little podcast that he has. All right, so he was talking about, this was back on September 4th. He posted a podcast. Chances Green Lantern is in Justice League. Best Denis Villeneuve film movie. I can never say these names right. But there's a part in here where he's talking about a certain someone who has a YouTube channel. And I'm just going to go over it. I'm going to respond to it because a lot of people think that he's talking about me. So here we go, guys. Here's this guy's annoying voice.
And that's what we do. That is a human thing. It's not a DC fan thing. It's not a Marvel thing. That's a human thing. It's something we do. And it is infuriating. It does drive me nuts that we seem to constantly do this. All right, anyway. That's just my kind of take on the situation. Really, I could do like a 3-hour thing.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to rewind this. This is like further back. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go back to like the 16-minute mark.
It comes out. They can't. They absolutely can't. I remember I made a video the night before the DC panel. This story from the Hollywood Reporter had come out, and and Kim Masters said, "No, my people at Warner Brothers have told me it's a done deal. Ben Affleck is leaving. They're planning his exit. They called it a graceful exit. They're planning a graceful exit, which means they will come up with. Which means that when they ultimately do announce that Ben Affleck is no longer going to be Batman, they're going to come up with some story as to why. It'll be some story." And like as if they didn't decide months ago that he wasn't going to be Batman anymore. But at any rate, I made a video that night saying, and I put out a tweet saying, tomorrow at the DC panel, Warner Brothers, if I'm the president of Warner Brothers, you have to deny this. They have to deny it.
Okay, so this is what he keeps on going back to. This is what... And this is what a lot of these guys go back to. The Batman on Film guys, they do this shit too. They always go back to, they have to do this. They have to do this. Which, when I'm thinking as a logical person, I'm trying to just, gather everything up. He's partly right. He's partly right here because I think, it would be bad PR. It definitely would be. But at the same time, you just... If you're definitely walking away, you don't say what Ben Affleck said, that it's fucking awesome and that they'll have, I'll be here as long as they'll have me. I'll sit there by the bat phone. I will be an ape in Matt Reeves' movie. You don't say that, okay? Like if you're going to leave and Warner Brothers goes, hey, guess what? We can't let anybody know this until after Justice League. Just when people ask you that, just ignore it. Just say like, no, you're not leaving, and that's it. But Ben Affleck said all kinds of shit, and he sounded generally excited. I mean, even though he was a little uneasy up on the stage, it seemed a little bit, but he like overdid it almost, too much. I don't think Warner Brothers was like going to be like, hey, say all this, oh yeah, oversell it, man. Just say that you love it. Drop an F-bomb, guys. There's kids in the crowd, but who cares? Drop that F-bomb, Ben. No. That's where I just go, no, I can't buy that. I really can't buy that. And again, like I've been saying since forever now, is why would Ben Affleck, an actor who loves to be in great movies, especially now, who's also a director himself, a filmmaker himself, a storyteller himself, why, after seeing what Matt Reeves did with the Planet of the Apes trilogy, why would he not want to be in this movie? That's where I go, I can't not see that. I don't know. I can't. That's where I can't believe these guys. I really can't. I just look at that and I'm going, I put myself in Ben's shoes and I just can't do that. Unless there would be like an ego thing where he goes, oh, screw this guy. I would make a better Batman movie. I don't know. It's just, oh God, Campea, continue.
Because to not deny it right before Justice League comes out is a PR disaster for Justice League.
Yes, I understand that.
They cannot have that.
But he oversold it!
Justice League has done its theatrical run. You're not going to hear any acknowledgement from anybody. But Kim Masters, with her relationships, with all of her contacts at Warner Brothers, she said with her legendary status in Hollywood, this is what's happening. Okay, so his whole thing is that Kim Masters has been in the business for a long time. She's legendary. And by the way, this is the writer that basically poked fun at how Ben doesn't treat his body like a temple.
This is that one, and she retracted that apparently. Okay, now, when it comes to that, like, I can understand that argument that he's trying to, God damn it, I paused it on a place where it looks like he's waiting. I paused the video where it looks like he's waiting for my response. It's creeping me out. Anyways, I can understand that because, you know, so he's going to use that argument, okay? So, when it comes to nowadays, the game has changed here, Mr. Campea. The game is not the same as it once was. When she started, who knows? I haven't really researched on her, you know, which a lot of people haven't, and I can totally see why he's like totally, you know, firing back at people for not knowing who Kim Masters is and everything. But you know, I'm sure she's done legendary stuff, but this is a whole new ball game. When it comes to the internet now and the way it's been for like the last 5 years, like I said, since 2012, it just seems like this whole thing has just gone nutso, and everybody's just posting whatever the hell they want to post now. Everything's just like Facebook posts now. The game has changed. The game has sorely changed, especially when, you know, the Hollywood Reporter, if they, you know, they used to have actual copies of the Hollywood Reporter that went out. Now it's all digital. Nobody's buying hard copies of stuff now. I mean, we've heard that newspapers are failing. You know, they're all dying. So when it comes to like doing this stuff now, and you see it all the time, anytime there's dirt that can be had on somebody, these people just want to pounce on it and they want to get it out there because they know they're gonna get the clicks. Okay, and he could say everything about Variety and the Hollywood Reporter and everything being like top notch and they're credible and everything. No, it's all the same game. It's similar to the way that these blogs are. I mean, it's not as professional, sure. For sure not, because some of these bloggers are just ridiculously stupid and they're idiots, but these guys are still wanting to get clicks, and they'll still do it in any way, you know, possible. But who knows, man? Continue!
But DC fans didn't want to hear that.
Of course.
So they instantly turn on the Hollywood Reporter. Here's a great situation. Here's a great illustration of this, okay? So... this, again, it's just because this...
Okay, this is where supposedly he's talking about me, but I don't think he's talking about me.
Situation. I am a DC fan. I am a DC
fan. Okay. And this is another thing, too, and, you know, a lot of people will go around and just say that Campea hates the DCEU, and I've actually said, no, I don't think he does. Even the Batman on Film guys, I don't think they fully do. I mean, Campea has actually said that he thinks Man of Steel is a masterpiece, and that the Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition he actually enjoyed. He thought it was so much better, and he actually really likes it. So I don't think he hates it. Okay, like I said, it's like these guys just have this narcissism. They have to be right. That's the problem. They have to be right. That's that's the issue I have.
DCEU. But so I count myself in this too. But, you know, there have been a lot of reports that came out from Variety and the Hollywood Reporter and whatever that the reshoots have been extensive, much more extensive than originally claimed.
Oh, God. Forgot that he said extensive, not significant. You realize that significant, I said this in a video, significant and extensive are two different fucking monsters, okay? Significant could be one scene that changes, that alters the story. That could be significant, and that could take a week. That could be significant. That's vague. Extensive is a whole different ballgame. That would mean that there's shoots after shoots after shoots, months, and we know that's not the case. And I've said this many times, that all the actors were scattered all over the place. We have guys with beards, okay? Even Ezra Miller's rocking a fucking short beard right now. That's
that Warner Brothers has spent upwards of $25-30 million in the research, which to me is awesome news because it shows that Warner Brothers is truly committed to giving the audience.
But it's supposed to be all for a mustache, there, Johnny,
and all this kind of stuff. But the DC fans just yell fake news, fake news, fake news. You know.
Okay, nobody's yelling fake news, buddy. We're not Donald Trump. I mean, some people do, but it's all they're being facetious. Okay, we're not saying fake news. We're being facetious. Anytime you say, when I see fake news, hashtag fake news, people they're joking, they're trolling. They're not really saying that because, shut up. I mean, that's good Lord.
Sources, yeah, it's fake news. But then some guy, I'm not exaggerating here.
Okay,
some guy
on
a YouTube channel. That had like 3,000 views.
Oh, that's a lot.
I've heard that the only reason the reshoots have gone this long is because of people's schedules, right? Variety on this side, Hollywood Reporter, blah, 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 all telling you this. Media can't be trusted.
John! Variety said that the Batman movie was supposed to shoot in spring because Ben Affleck indicated it. No quote, no nothing. He indicated it. That was Variety that reported that. Yeah. And guess what? We're at the end of summer. No Batman has been shot yet. This is what I'm talking about. If he was talking about me, I'm sorry. But when that news came out and I read that the reason why it spread like wildfire was because Variety wrote in their article that Ben Affleck indicated that it will start shooting in spring. I went, what the hell does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Did he point at a calendar? Did he point at the seasons, the 4 seasons, and went, spring? That is what bothered me. And this is your precious Variety reporting that. And guess what? They were wrong. How about that? Oh, boy.
Some guy on a YouTube channel, and by the way, I know the guy on the YouTube channel, and he's a guy, and he's a smart guy.
Let's go back to that. Sorry.
Guy, and he's a smart guy, but still.
I fucked that one up. Okay, this is where I don't think he's talking, because a lot of people, when they were hearing this, and I was like, oh, is he talking about me? They were going, do you know John Campea? And I'm going, no, I don't, guys. I don't know him personally. I don't. We've had a couple of tweet exchanges, and that's about it. You know, so we don't know each other personally. We don't know each other. So either he is talking about me and is lying, or he's just not talking about me. That's why I don't think he's talking about me. But then again, maybe he is, and he's lying. Who knows?
Some guy on a YouTube channel that had the video had 3,000 views says what the DC fans want to hear, and the DC fans started sharing that video saying, see, those reports were wrong because this guy on this 3,000 view YouTube video said so.
Oh my God. Okay. Jesus. Again, all the actors were scattered all over the place doing things. You know, we got Ben Affleck rocking a beard that he's been rocking since Comic-Con. We got Henry Cavill working on Mission Impossible 6, but of course, or is it 6? 6, right? Yeah, 6. And I totally drew a blank right there. And he's still rocking the mustache. We got Gal Gadot, who she was going all over the place. She was in Israel. We had Ezra Miller. I guess he's working on Fantastic Beasts 2. We have Ray Fisher going all over the place. This is not just that. It wasn't like, oh, I heard. If he's talking about me, it's not like I heard. I just used logic, okay? Because a lot of these fucking idiots, like Batman on Film, really think that half the movie got shot in 2+ months. Rewritten, reshot, I mean, what? What? Yeah. While this Han Solo movie completely fired its 2 directors and is almost reshooting half the movie with Ron Howard, who knows who's going to get a directing credit out of that one, has had no trailers. Justice League has had 2 trailers that came out, but according to these guys, all the footage, most of the footage that we saw on that, in the 2 trailers and the Comic-Con shit that we saw last year, it's just going to be omitted. We're not going to see that in the movie. I'm sorry about that, guys. I had to take a brief moment there because, the clicking thing happened again with my little thing going on here. I'm not sure exactly why that happens. I think it has to do with, I bumped something, I bumped the cord, I don't know, and it just starts clicking. So that's what I thought was happening, and I apologize. I had to stop, got upset a little bit. I was like, screw this! I'm not doing this anymore! No, but I don't know what happened with that. But anyways, back to the verbal diarrhea that I was talking about. Okay, so when it comes to all that, I don't think he was talking about me. I don't think he was. If he's saying that he knows this person, we don't know each other personally. And you know what? I would have an open discussion with these people, even like the guys from Batman on Film. I mean, I don't hate these guys. I just hate the fact that they have to be right. That's my problem, you know? And I'm not trying to be right either. If I'm wrong about any of this stuff, I will gladly say it on a video or on my podcast. I will. I would gladly have them on my podcast and be like, hey, I was wrong. I apologize. I don't think they would do that. Fuck no, they wouldn't do that. They would keep... I don't know what it would take to convince the Batman on Film guys that Ben Affleck's still Batman. It would probably take till after they walked out of the goddamn movie theater. where they were like, okay, I guess that was Ben Affleck. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's a different ball game now, okay? Maybe Variety and The Hollywood Reporter and Kim Masters at one point were like at the top of their game. Before the internet boom, the big-time internet boom where blog after blog after blog just showed up. Maybe at one point there, bud, but not anymore. Now everybody wants clicks, even the big sites. Even the big sites. It doesn't matter. Look all around you, even normal news. You got one narrative over here, you got another narrative over here, and I totally agree with you that people are just going to hear what they want to hear and be like, okay, I'm going to listen to that, not going to listen to this over here. Oh, I'm going to listen to this over here now, and then, yeah, I totally agree with you with that, but I'm just trying to use logic. I'm trying to use logic here. You can't reshoot like an extensive reshoot in 2+ months when you don't have all the actors there. That is what my problem is, and what a lot of our problems is. You know, there's some people that go way overboard and think that Campea and all these guys just like hate the DCEU. I'm like, no, they don't hate it. They just have to be right, because it's a Napoleon complex kind of thing. You know, they're picked on younger. Now it's their turn to be the bullies. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking here. Let me go over some of the stuff that I've posted in the last couple weeks. Let's just start from tonight. I already talked about the Deathstroke thing. My choice for Shazam. I think it's a good choice. Some people were saying no. I'm like, no, it's good. It's great. Some other people were like, wow, that's really great. So screw you. I talked about Spider-Man Homecoming not being a flop, which I was hoping. I hope you guys weren't gonna hate me for that one. But I mean, it's $823 million. We can't say it's a flop. A lot of people were really wanting it to be a flop, and it's like, we just can't do that. Okay, we can't. We have to hope for success for these movies. And like, I forgot who said it, but it's like, you know, success in Marvel means success in DC, and that's true. It's true. We got Zack Snyder, man, coming back, doing a short film. Looking forward to it. He dropped the teaser today, and I'm looking forward to it. I guess it's like 35 minutes. No. That's somebody else's short film. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it looks intense. It's going to be visually stunning, I'm sure. And it's just old school shit, man. No budget or nothing. And Warner Brothers let them do it on the lot. That's really nice of them, you know? So, we'll see what happens. But apparently, what in the shit? What? How did that happen? Oh my God. What in the... Wait a minute. See, this shows how much I got to pay attention to some of this stuff. I thought my it reaction review didn't save the set. What in the... Wait, that doesn't even make sense. What? I am so confused right now, guys. My it reaction shows that it's in private, and that it doesn't say it reaction. It just shows the date. That's impossible because it's already got 1,400 views. Wow, that's a little strange. I'm totally confused by that. Wow. Where's it at? I lost it. That doesn't make any sense. How could it be like that? Wow. I am so lost. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking at that, but there's no way. See, YouTube's been fucking up lately. They have been fucking up lately, and I think this is something that's part of that. That is so strange because it shows that it's in private, but how is that possible when it's got 1,400 views on it? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make sense. Wow. Well then, giddy up. Keep going. Anyways, I put it back in. What the? YouTube's been messing up. They actually, the whole limited ads thing that's been happening. I've been dinged. I got dinged on that X-Men Dark Phoenix video. They dinged that for some reason, but then it just came back today that, oh yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'm like, yes, I know. I did the video. But they thought at first, yeah, they're really fucking up badly. I mean, there's a lot of things. They still didn't clear up some of the ones that are requested for some reason. But yeah, basically, if you have anything that's going to have to do with like, oh yeah, there might be nudity in this, or there might be... which you can't put any nudity on YouTube, which is what's funny. But if you reference like boobs, Like my Wonder Woman one where the UN took it down because of big white boobs. Yeah. They totally, it's so stupid. But anyways, but yeah, I see. Well, my biggest video that's come about was the Justice League already been screen tested because apparently Rob Liefeld tweeted out that, well, he said Whedon's Justice League. Well, first off, he didn't use correct punctuation. I wouldn't expect anything less. Douchey tweet, and then, of course, not proper grammar because that guy is a fucking asshole. He is. We've had words, and then he blocked me because he's a prick. He's a fucking prick. I totally love him for helping create Deadpool, not creating. Helping create Deadpool, but he's a fucking asshole. And he's had beef with, like, DC people. I've seen, like, people sent me screenshots of him, like, talking shit about Scott Snyder, I think, at one point or something. I don't know. But, I mean, I did that video, and, you know, that one's getting a lot of traction, which is good because it just doesn't make sense. And then, of course, the whole Leonardo DiCaprio wanted for Joker. I mean, there's one thing about actually casting the guy, and then there's one thing about a studio just wanting a superstar. That happens all the time, and everybody's freaking out about it, and I'm going, whoa! And then, of course, the Hollywood Reporter used that. They put a line in there that said Ben Affleck's out as Batman again. And it's just like, then you got all these sites just going off of just one sentence on an article that had nothing to do with Ben Affleck. And that's where it pissed me off. It was just so stupid. Then we had Brenton Thwaites, I don't even know how to say his name, was cast as Dick Grayson in the Titans show. And who knows what that's, if he's going to be, is he going to start off as Robin or is he going to start off in Nightwing? I see both. I don't know. We had a Superman black suit toy image that showed about. Nothing big to worry about. But then there was the whole thing about how much the Justice League scripted Joss Whedon rewrite. And there was a very awesome article by Screen Rant by one of the guys I talked to, Stephen Colbert, I don't know how he says it. But he did a lot of research, and this is the kind of journalism I totally am all about. He did a lot of research, and he was talking about, you know, the WGA has, the Writers Guild just has weird laws, little bylaws that have to do with this, because apparently Joss Whedon rewrote 98% of Speed's dialogue, but didn't get a writing credit because it didn't have a significant change to the plot of the story. The plot still remained the same. There were still these bullet points of the plot, but he just rewrote the dialogue, and it was actually good damn dialogue, but he didn't get a credit for it. I mean, it's such a slippery slope, but these guys will just be like, oh yeah, he's rewriting 50%. What? I mean, it's just so ridiculous. I mean, with that release date still in November, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know. It's dumb. The Batgirl movie wasn't on Warner Brothers slate until Joss Whedon. Yeah, he said that 4 months ago, and a lot of people were saying that this was new news, and I'm like, what? Really? And I remember that when that news came out, everybody was going like, oh my god, it wasn't on the slate till Joss Whedon. And I'm going, yeah, he said that. He said that he started discussing it, and then there was like mention, I think it was written somewhere that said Batgirl on a chalkboard or a whiteboard or something like that, because they probably had all the characters, you know, listed out. And he was all about that, and they started talking about that, and sure enough, it just came about. Hoy. Shazam, Hellboy, and that whole controversy. Controversy, schmontroversy, meh. Let's get to the questions here, guys. This podcast is like going on so much longer. By the way, Jim Carrey, what the hell? What an off. He Jim Carrey'd this interview on E, which was so great. You know, I mean, he's turned into a little bit of a weird dude, but I liked what he had to say. Like, oh man, you know, this whole thing means nothing. Like a fashion thing, fashion icons. You know, he's just kind of talking about how it's just, you know, Hollywood is just full of fake icons. And I totally commend him for calling that out. And the interviewer chick just did not know how to handle it. It was so funny. It's hilarious. All right, so here we go. Let me hit that little Junket hashtag. If you want to ask me a question, just ask me a question on Twitter. It'll be the easiest way. I might start doing something else where maybe I'll do a preemptive like video on my YouTube and be like, hey, all right, ask me some questions, and then I'll I'll look at the comments underneath or something like that. But the best way to do it is just use the Film Junket podcast hashtag, basically. Oh, what are you dropping it? Ow, God. My guy just dropped it. Anyways, so here we go, guys. This is from Perseus18. He asks, why do you think people hate the idea of the Venom movie, even though majority of Sony's Spider-Man movies have been awesome? Have they? The first two, cool. I mean, the first Amazing Spider-Man was pretty good. I would say it's about half and half. In my opinion, about half, I would say. You know, rewatching Amazing Spider-Man 2, there's just a lot of things that were kind of like, oh, God. The first one, though, wasn't too bad. I think it's just hard, when it comes to the Venom story, it's hard to accept that Venom story, the official Venom story, when you don't have Spidey. Because, the symbiote, like, attaches to him first. And then he gets rid of it. He goes through that whole struggle. And then... and then we see what happens, and then I'm just kind of going, that's why. I think that's the main reason why. Some funny stuff from Hellboy reboot. They didn't want a non-Japanese actor playing Major Ben Dameo, and they replaced Ed with who? Oh, what's going on here? With a Korean actor. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, but he's got Asian eyes. That's all that matters. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. This just shows you that this outrage culture that we've developed is so retarded because they don't check anything. They don't do... Jesus Christ. Because Daniel Day Kim, I guess, is being looked at to replace Ed Skeen, whatever the heck his name is, as that character in the Hellboy reboot. And everybody was like, oh, it has to be because the character is Japanese origin. And now it looks like they're looking at a Korean-American actor. Jeez. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter as long as he's Asian, right, guys? Everybody was crying about Japanese, but they were just crying about not having a white dude. That's all that was. That was from Ozlek, and he also followed up with It director Andy Muschietti, if I'm saying that right, for Justice League Dark. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it after seeing It, but he's already got a lot on his plate. He's got the It sequel as well as Robotech, I believe he's bringing to the big screen, so can't have him, sadly. Abdu Duba Fisherman, he asks, do you think bloggers, assholes, okay, do you think assholes will ask the JL cast about Autumn? Oh, and how Zack is feeling? Oh, you're talking about if they're gonna, okay, if they're, like, when they do press junkets? They better not, or I'll be really, really pissed, and I will, like, track them down and punch them in the throat. Yeah. They better not. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll go that far, but you never know with these guys sometimes. John Smith asks, how much money do you think Gal Gadot will receive for Wonder Woman 2? Well, I would say maybe double what she got. Possibly. I don't know. Who knows? Patty Jenkins, when she signed on, she's getting between like $7 and $9 million. Not 79, $7 to $9 million. And then back end, of course. So she'll get a shit ton of money for that. Highest paid female director, and I'm sure Gal Gadot, if she only made $300,000, which I guess I was thinking, she'll make more. She'll make like 5 times, maybe. She'll make in the mills. I would say they'll probably give her $3 to $5 million. I wouldn't be surprised. Something like that. That's my guess. Salvador New York asks, now it looks like Patty Jenkins is directing Wonder Woman 2. What direction you think she will go? Light or darker? With the sequel, they should always go darker. Always. That's my opinion. Because if you look at the great sequels, your Dark Knight, your Star Wars, your Superman, this Man of Steel trilogy that's been going on, the middle child the second one should always be a darker one. Look at Spider-Man as well. Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man was darker as well. Spider-Man 2 was darker, because you have to establish the superhero in the first movie, and then the second time you have to really challenge him. You really got to show the character being challenged. That's what I think. So I think it should definitely be darker. Stuart Little asks, will we ever have an unarguably successful video game movie adaptation? Yeah, that's a hard one because it seems like nobody can get it right. Everybody was really had high hopes for Assassin's Creed, but that was kind of it had its really good moments, but overall, it just a lot of it was boring. I'm really, really hoping to God, since James Wan is producing the Mortal Kombat reboot, I'm really hoping, considering that the original Mortal Kombat is probably one of our best video game adaptations, because, I mean, you watch it now, it's pretty shitty. It doesn't hold up all that well, but some of the fighting does. And it does really appeal to the actual story. It is up there with the best one. So I'm just hoping that they make an R-rated Mortal Kombat movie that really does the video game justice. And I guess we'll see. That's what I'm hoping for. They need to do an actual Street Fighter one too. I don't know. They've cheesed 2 of those too. Nasir I can never say your name. Sorry. Who would you cast as Reverse Flash for the upcoming Flash movie? I would go for Jake Gyllenhaal or Ben Foster. Ooh, I don't like Gyllenhaal. Get Gyllenhaal out of here. Ben Foster, though, I like that. I've also been liking, people have been saying Matthew McConaughey. They've also been saying Anthony, what's his name? The guy who did I can't think of Michael Hall. No, not Anthony Michael Hall, but the guy who did who was in that show. God, I cannot think right now. Anytime I'm put on the spot, my brain just goes, nope, sorry, you're not going to be using it right now. The guy who was in that one show, I can't even think of his name right now. Maybe I should just look it up. I don't know. But no, I actually like Matthew McConaughey, but I like your Ben Foster. Ben Foster would be a good one. That guy's a beast. Totally got gypped of an Oscar nom last year for Hell or High Water. He was a beast in that movie. Totally awesome. Perseus 18 again asks, why did they make Tom Holland's Spider-Man so weak? He was a kid. He's a kid. He's a kid, man. You know, that's all. Oh, okay. 1 touchdown. Oh, so shit. I haven't been looking at my score, but it looks like Allen, my dude, scored a touchdown. Sweet. So it looks like I definitely won my game. Anyways, sorry. Squirrel. No, I don't think he was weak. He's just he's a high school kid. That's just normal stuff right there, man. Hopefully they'll establish some more strength in him in the next one. Perseus also asked, do you think DC will make Suicide Squad 2 or the Harley Joker movie first? It sounds to me like they'll probably do, I don't know. Harley and Joker would be probably the smarter one. I think Harley and Joker might be the first one. Yeah. Man, you're asking a lot of questions. Who would you cast for the new Spawn? See, when it comes to casting, I have to really think about it. They should do an unknown. I don't know. Let's see. Michael Jai White was the first one. Obviously, he's got to be a black actor. I don't know. That's a hard one. I'm trying to think of I see. You're putting me on the spot. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I can't really, off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of names. I see a bunch of faces, but I can't think of names right now. So I have to think about that one. You also asked, the Venom movie production was delayed for 2 months. Is that a bad sign? Absolutely, because it's Sony. Sony, you gotta love them. Michael Minette asks, who would win in a steel cage match for the title of biggest jackass? John, I love my scoops, Campea, or Max, Daddy's boy, Landis. Oh, they both have their great qualities. Yeah, Max Landis, he's just, I can't. Oh man, I can't stand. I can actually watch Campea more than I can Landis. Anytime that I've watched a video with Landis, I cannot. I want to ram my fucking nose into the computer screen. Just my nose. Just into the computer screen. And fuck. He is so annoying. And he looks like he's malnourished. Ugh. And he sounds like he's malnourished. Ugh. And he's just daddy's little boy. That's the only reason why he's a name. I'll give him Chronicle. You know? But no. And then all he's doing is he's going to remake Daddy's movie, American Werewolf in Paris. Is that what it is? In London. Sorry. There was a sequel, right? That was Paris. Yeah, so fuck that, dude. I cannot stand Landis. I would rather watch Campea than watch Landis. Let's see. Abdu asks again, what do you expect from the next trailer at the New York Comic Con? Well, that hasn't been confirmed yet, and that sucks if that's the case, because I'll be at Cal Jam rocking out to some bands, Cal Jam Fest, Foo Fighters, Queens of the Stone Age. I'll be rocking out to those guys during that day. So, sadly, hopefully that's not the case. I hope they don't release it that day, but if they do, that's fine. It'll be delayed. That'll do my reaction. But what do I expect from the next trailer? I hope not much. I actually would prefer it if they didn't release a trailer. I really don't want them to. Release some TV spots with some added bonuses, but we don't need anything else. We don't need a third trailer. I really hope they don't do a third trailer, or if they do, they just show a lot of what we already saw. I don't want to see anymore. I really don't. And I'm fearing that they're going to show more. They've already teased Superman. I don't want them to tease more. I really don't. Ulysses Batman, Classy Ulysses asks, since Justice League movie is almost here, which scenes are you looking forward to? Like History Lesson, Batman? I'm looking forward to the whole thing, man. It's hard to pinpoint which one. I mean, obviously I want to see Batman fuck up some parademons like he fucked up those guys in the warehouse, and it looks like we're going to get that. Aquaman scenes are looking phenomenal, obviously. Wonder Woman, it's all looking too good. I can't pick which one. I'm excited for all of it, man. I can't help it. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up right now. I apologize for being all over the place. Like I said, the audio just messed up. I should have restarted my computer. Maybe that was part of it too. And I just got to make sure the cord, is like securely in there, and it's not, when I move around or bump the desk, it doesn't get fucked up. So I apologize for the way if it sounds or anything. I'm sure, hopefully, it just sounds pretty clean. But appreciate you guys listening. I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel as always. I'm gonna get my SoundCloud thing going. So I'll post a link down below. So if you want to just download it so you can listen to it at your own leisure, that would be fantastic. And like I said, leave some comments. Hit me up on Twitter and everything. It's the best thing to do. I got some new shirts. I got a new shirt. A couple new shirts in the shop too. Check those out. I did a facepalm shirt, but I reversed it. I said, be, what is it? God, I can't even think of it. What is it? Be calm? Be palm? What the fuck? I can't even think of my own stuff. This is how much scatterbrained I am right now. Keep calm and facepalm, they already have those. So I reversed it and put keep palm and face calm, because it was kind of like a play on the words. Like, oh yeah, this statement is a facepalm in and of itself. I'm the Zack Snyder of t-shirt making, because I try to come up with creative stuff and nobody wants them. They go, what does this mean? Yeah, I don't know. But go check it out, guys. I think when people saw that I reversed it, they're like, no, I'm not going to have that on my shirt. But I'm like, they've already had those other shirts. Yeah, it was an original idea. I wish it was, but it wasn't. All right, guys. Appreciate listening, and I'll talk to you guys later.